Hey guys, welcome. Christian here, and this is the little short video summary of day 6 of the Accelerated Awakening Men and Women's Retreat. And again, probably best to start going backwards. It was such an epic day, an intense day for the reason for me as a facilitator, because I'm landing the plane, and on the final day, there's a lot of needs that want to be met. There's a lot of tying up loose ends. There's a lot of seeing in the meta kind of larger field what needs to be met still. What are the spaces that need to be pulled to the surface, and what is distraction, because we can't meet everybody. And so there becomes a little bit of an art, or there needs to be some discernment actually around what is drawn out and invited, and where's the boundary around what's not invited. It's not always comfortable for me, because I don't like denying people, their needs or space. And yet my priority is always to the field rather than to the individual. So I'm looking at what's healthiest for the entire vibe, the imprints that we're all receiving from the experience. And this afternoon we had our third and final main co-ed men and women's space together, and it was the best one out of all. Now, that would be expected as we work through the days, we work through the kinks, and we would expect there to be more lubrication. It sounds a bit of a weird term, but the circle becomes smoother because people are clearer about, this is how it works, this is what's possible. They're getting warmed up, right? They're getting familiar with it, and the men and women are getting more connected into that space. But today's circle was the epitome of ease and grace, joy, profoundly deep and incredible space takes. Incredible. There was one space taking around body image, releasing shame, rewriting stories, which was a divine embodiment in a way that I haven't seen in a very long time, if ever. I was touched, moved to tears. I don't think there was a dry eye in the room. The imprint for both men and women was just divine, sublime, delightful. One of those moments where I'll take away that preciousness forever. And it kind of reconnects me to the gratitude really of, having a life where I get to do this and be witness, not just witness, but to amplify, evoke and guide, and to be the holder of temple in such a way. It's hard to describe, but the privilege is felt for sure, and I'm deeply grateful. And other spaces, each and every single person, whether there was a longing, and more than a longing, it's this deep heart-wrenching yearning to be seen, and spaces where people are just connecting to their authentic movement and sensual, sexual, awakened, embodied, slowed down, self-intimate, connected meeting points with themselves, with men and women, men and men, women and women. It was just like, it didn't really matter. It was just such a profound expression of our deepest hearts. And that's what I love about Circle, is when we hit that sweet spot, it's really divine, and it's nothing like it. It's hard to describe, really. I feel like these words don't really do it justice if you've never experienced it. And then this morning, the men had their kind of like, not final circle, because we have a closing circle tomorrow, but final time in circle together in order to process or look at something, expand our range, get on the mat, that kind of thing. And I knew this was going to be tough because I could feel the men that needed time, attention, the people I wanted to hear from, and then there were people I didn't know needed to share. And I had to come in with a very sharp energy, not sharp as in prickly, sharp as in, let's get super clear. We have an intention to meet the needs here, but we need to be efficient. We need to be on purpose around this. No energetic waffle. And it was just incredible in the few hours that we had to experience so much incredible healing, so many beautiful imprints. Every single circle with the men has been amazing, by the way. Like I said, probably one of the best group of guys I've had the privilege of serving and being served by. Because one thing I want to end with is, last night, I was feeling quite heavy and congested after the men-women's circle, and I was like, oh, this is really intense. And normally when I feel that way, you know, I have my own regular routine that I usually do on my own. That might include taking a shower or going to bed early, watching some Netflix or a favorite show, and just decompressing in my own way. But as we had brothers here, we had the most sublime, gorgeous, yummy, nourishing men's space, which started off with a pool party here in April in Friesland. Even though the weather's like this, we decided to open up the pool. It's fully heated to 30 degrees, which is crazy, of course, in terms of gas usage, and yet, you know, we just wanted to do something special for everyone here. So the men had their own pool party, and then we all went and gave each other massages by the fire. There's this incredible guitar player who's just like playing like Spanish music in the background, and we're all kind of like so bonded and connected. And I noticed every part of my congested energy field that was tight and feeling icky just cleared. So I had a good night's rest, and I was just reminded of my need for nourishing brotherhood and the connection of men in my life that feels so good to my nervous system. So all in all, at the end of day 6, feeling really grateful and feeling not complete because we're not finished, but feeling complete with the big circle pieces that needed to take place. Sensing that when we do this again, we either need a smaller group or a longer time here, maybe 10 days. A week just feels too short. I just feel like we need an extra few days. Tonight, we're going to, for the first time, have a mixed group evening, final night, an ecstatic dance. We got an ecstatic dance DJ here using our incredible sound system. And then we're going to have a mixed pool party and lounge chill out. So it's going to be a fun final night. And then tomorrow we'll close with a ceremony and maybe some final mini spaces to celebrate, claim, and complete what's incomplete. Close separately with the men and women, so we have our brotherhood and sisterhood time, and then say goodbye. I probably won't do a video tomorrow because I literally, as this thing ends, I'm going to have lunch, and then I'm heading off to facilitate another week in north of Berlin with Rachel and her field facilitator training. I'm super looking forward to that. Ideally, I wouldn't have these things back to back, but dates and everything, I was just grateful that I could even make it. So yeah, it's not ideal to have 2 weeks straight in such a high intensity field with lots of people as well. Like this event is 67, and I think the facilitator training is up there in those kind of numbers as well. So it's a lot, I grant you that. I admit that's not the smartest decision to be in these fields for so long. But after that, I go straight to Dubai, and I have a chance to like settle and rest a little bit for a few weeks there before coming back to New Eden in May for our group leadership experience, a love relationships in you in Zurich, which I'm super looking forward to, and a wonderful summer planned. So yeah, super excited, and feels good to be doing my best work. I feel super clear, and the channel transmission is coming through in a really sweet, beautiful way. I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm in my prime. I'm doing the best work of my career, and that always feels good when I'm in my zone and in my where I feel like I'm really at the edge of, you know what I mean. I'm having hard words to find right now, finding it hard to find the words. It just feels really good to feel that I'm in touch with my gift, and it's not rusty, it's quite sharp, and yeah, it feels really, really good. So with that, hope you've enjoyed these videos. Yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback if you like this kind of stuff. I might do some more while I'm in Berlin at this facilitator training. It'll be more of a facilitator perspective. I'm curious if any of you are interested in that. If so, let me know in the comments as you listen to this. Otherwise, it was lovely sharing a few of my thoughts as I've been journeying this week, and I'll speak to you